What's up, guys? So welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about this week's latest news surrounding Barcelona. And there's a lot for us to talk about. Trust me, guys, we've got a lot to talk about. A lot of interesting quotes from Hansi Flick, Pedri, Yamal, and the boys. Femin had a lot to say about the saga concerning him and Chelsea. We've got a lot to talk about, guys. So let's get right into it and talk about Hansi Flick's quotes about Barcelona. And Hansi Flick had a lot to talk about, and he started off by mentioning the ego problem we have in the dressing room. And guys, honest opinion on this, I honestly saw this coming, especially after what we achieved last season. I saw this coming because Rafinha had his thing going on, Yamal had his thing going on, Pedri coming into his own image, the defense was good. Honestly, last season we had a whole round individual team collection at the club, and it was very brilliant. And keyword here, they were individual players coming in as a team, performing as a team, working for each other and doing everything for each other. That was key for Barca's success last season. And Hansi Flick bringing up egos in the locker room, honestly, I'm not surprised that is coming up in the locker room, because we know Lamine Yamal to be this he has this youth vibe about him, this Gen Z lifestyle. And honestly, we all saw it come. I honestly saw it coming, but I'm hoping Hansi Flick and the coaching staff are able to really put all that aside and get them working for each other again, because we don't want any ego problem in the locker room. And if you guys would recall, that was the problem Madrid had last season, because Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo, Bellingham, these big guys coming together, sometimes it does not work together. That was what Madrid was facing last season, and it kind of got the beginning of their season rough. But yeah, so this Hansi Flick bringing up egos, honestly, hopefully the staff can get the guys working together and put aside their egos, cause we don't want a player in Lamine Yamal who is selfish. We don't want Rafinha who is selfish, cause as a team they work so well together. You guys should call Lamine Yamal and Pedri, Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, their connection, the crosses Lamine Yamal cuts in for Rafinha and everything. It was so perfect. And we don't want all of that. We don't want all of that this season. So the guys should really get their things together. And moving forward, we are going to be talking about what Femin had to say about the transfer saga between Barca and Chelsea, the rumors with him and Chelsea. Simple, everything simple. Femin made it clear that he loves this club. This guy lives and breathes Barcelona. He lives and breathes La Masia. He's everything about the club, and he made it clear he's not going anywhere. He wants to stay here. He wants to succeed here in Barcelona. And trust me, I was so happy when he said. He said it earlier. He said it earlier, like a couple of weeks ago, and he said it again. He wants to be here. He loves this club. He wants to succeed here. Trust me. And I think Barcelona shouldn't blind themselves with the fact that they can cash in on Femin, and he'll bring in big money for the financial crisis Barcelona is facing. Trust me, that guy shouldn't be sold. Femin shouldn't be sold at all. The guy would come in handy for Barcelona, and I really don't want the club to sell him. And he's made it clear now that he's not going anywhere. So hopefully the club does not go ahead and do anything else with this guy. So, because Femin is a very great guy for the team. And we'll be talking about the injury situations that's flooding the locker room now. We'll be talking about that, and Femin's situation would come in handy over there. So yeah, let's get into the ego situation, about the ego situation Hansi Flick mentioned about the guys in the locker room. And some of the players had a reply to that the following day. I think that was on Wednesday or something. Some of the guys had a reply to that, and Pedri had something to say. Lamine Yamal as well. They had a lot to say. So first we are going to be talking about what Pedri had to say. And quoting from Pedri, he said, "Last year we all played for each other, not for personal glory. That's how teams win titles, by leaving egos aside." Simple as that. And Pedri does not really say much. That's all he said. We leave ego aside. We all play for each other, play together. We win everything. So he didn't really hint out on whoever this one Flick was talking about or anything, or he didn't really say about anything. But from his quotes, playing for each other, who is in currently, who has made it clear that he wants to score goals, he wants to improve his goal scoring ability and all that. That's Lamine Yamal. But I'm not saying Pedri was referring to Lamine Yamal or anything, but from what Pedri said, clearly he agrees with Hansi Flick that there's ego in the club. So yeah, and moving on to Lamine Yamal's quote about Hansi Flick's ego problem. Quoting from Lamine Yamal, he said, "After a draw, you come out angry because at Barca you always have to win. But I don't think it has to do with egos." That's what Lamine Yamal said. He does not think it has to do with egos, but clearly, he himself, he's made it clear that he wants to score goals. So if he wants to score goals, then he's part of the guys who are being who would come out in these ego problems. And he didn't end there. He said, "We haven't started this season with the intensity we had last season. We haven't started the season with the intensity we had last season." And yeah, the beginning of this, the opening 3 games in La Liga has been so bad from Barcelona that, everyone could see it because Barcelona kept opening up and all that. So Lamine Yamal is Hansi Flick made it clear several times after the opening 3 games that he wants more from the boys. He wants more intensity, more desire, more passion, more hard work, more team effort. So yeah, and moving on to the next quote, he said, "I don't think it's about lacking of or a lack of hunger." You do not think you guys performing like that is a lack of passion or lack of hunger? Maybe it's just the beginning of the season. The season is a very long. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So maybe that's true. We could go easy on them based on the fact that it's just the beginning of the season and it's just 3 matches into the league campaign, and maybe they'll turn up big in the Champions League games, because it looks like me personally, that's what I see it though. So yeah, and his next quote, he was like, because we are a young team with a lot of drive for more, because we haven't won that many things yet." That's very true. I love this quote because the team is young. Honestly, this Barca team is so young that they would want to achieve more. They haven't achieved anything. They would want more glory, more success. So I think that's a very good point from Lamine Yamal made over there. And I think from his quote, he agrees with Hansi Flick with the lack of intensity and the lack of passion in the opening games. But he's also made it clear that they are a young team, they have more to achieve and all that stuff. So I think we can't really point fingers at Lamine Yamal alone. Maybe it's a collective effort, and if one person is present and others are not, it kills the game. One guy goes and he does not get the ball, it opens up space in the back. So yeah, and following on, he was talking about his desire to score more goals. He said, "Assisting comes naturally to me. It's not something I force. It's just my style of play. But with goals in recent years, I've let it slide a bit. Now I'm focusing more on that because goals are more important. When I reach a level, I try to move to the next one. And right now, that's scoring as many goals as possible, always while helping the team." Lamine Yamal had great assists. He was Barca's top assister, by far Barca's top assister last season. And some assists he was pulling mid-game was top assist. And I think assisting comes naturally. Goals too. Honestly, if Lamine Yamal should polish his finishing a bit, last season he was taking up great positions, great scoring of positions that his finishing was just letting him down. So I think Lamine Yamal he should just relax on this forcing the goals thing, because he should just allow it to come naturally, because forcing it, you will just be overdoing it and just causing disconnection between you and your teammates. So I think he should just calm down on this forcing goals thing and wanting to improve his goal scoring. He should just relax and play his game, because Lamine Yamal is a phenomenal player to watch. It's such a great player to watch. So that's all Lamine Yamal had to say about scoring more goals. And I mentioned earlier about the injury updates, the injury crisis facing Barcelona on this international break. And before the international break, there was this last minute Balde injury. That's why he didn't get called up for the national team. I think anyway he still wouldn't have been called up. That's why, because it feels like the Spain national team prefers Cucurella over Balde. But Barcelona posted on their page about this one, Balde's hamstring injury. That's why he didn't get called up to the national team. And before that too, there was Gavi, who was facing a little issue before the match versus Vallecano. That's why he didn't play. And now the media are posting stuff that are making it a little bit a little bit more worrisome about Gavi's injury, because that's the same injury he got that ACL too, and there's a problem over there. So that should cause a panic in the team. So hopefully it's nothing serious. And just yesterday, Dion also got pulled out of the Dutch camp concerning an injury with a problem, and the Dutch were like, he's not fit to play. That's why they had to send him home. So he's right now he's in Barcelona, and they are making more emphasis and more attention to detail to what's wrong with him. But hopefully it's nothing serious, because right now, but everyone was like, Barcelona's midfield was the stacked position. Barcelona was so loaded in the midfield. That's why they could let Fermin go, they could let Casado go, and the rest. But here we are right now with a lot of injury crisis at the midfield position, specifically. Dion is out, Gavi is out, so this is where the likes of Casado and Fermin come in useful, because you never know with injuries. And in the Spain match, hopefully this is not serious. Because me personally, the moment I heard this, I was like, oh, I hope this is not serious. This is nothing too big. Because in the Spain match, Lamine was subbed off in the 79th or 72nd minute or so. I don't really remember. But they claim he had a back pain in the game. That's why he had to be subbed off in that game. And he didn't train with the team the following morning. So hopefully it's nothing serious. And we'll wait to see in Spain's next match if it's true. Then if he does not feature in that match or of any sort, then we would have something to worry about. And hopefully it's nothing serious. And even if he does not feature, I'm hoping it's just to rest him, because the guy plays a lot of games. I mean, in Barcelona he plays pretty much 85 minutes, 90 minutes on average. So I don't want anything coming up big wrong about Lamine Yamal or anything. And we've got some interesting transfer news to talk about. The transfer window has closed, but we've still got some interesting stuff to talk about the centre back position. Rumors coming up lately about the links between Maguire, the Crystal Palace defender, and Barcelona. And trust me, the moment I heard that, I was so intrigued. And I was very interested in it. Of course, we all know Barcelona's defense right now. And Maguire in question is such a phenomenal defender. I mean, if you've not seen him, trust me, the guy is so good. I mean, he's a natural leader since the youth team, and he's been called up to the England national team. He's solid for Crystal Palace. He was linked with Liverpool. He was practically their top central defender target. They targeted him so long that they targeted him up until the final day of the transfer day. They were not able to get him because of Crystal Palace not being able to get a replacement for him. But I still believe if that's true, I mean his contract is expiring at the end of this season, so he'll be a free agent in 2026. So hopefully it's something that materialized to something, because that guy is a very good defender. And yeah, hopefully Barcelona are able to secure the signing of Maguire or anything. Or in fact, but if Barcelona needs to, strengthen that defense. So if any form of a centre back is being linked to Barcelona, I'm glad. I'll be happy. And hopefully Barcelona get what they want. Hopefully in January we look at something. So fingers crossed Barcelona do something in January about the defense or anything. But right now the transfer window is closed and the teams are on international break, so the players are with the national teams and all that stuff. So we don't really have much to talk about in recent days. Hopefully when the players return from national team, they are back strong and fit and ready to go for the season. And yeah, that's it. We've pretty much talked about what has been going down this week, from Hansi Flick to Pedri to Lamine Yamal. This ego problem we are having in the locker room, the Femin situation, the Femin rumors, and this injury crisis that has been facing Barcelona. So yeah, pretty much everything to talk about this week. So yeah, that's all for this week, guys. So I'll be catching up with you guys in the next video. So stay tuned, hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.